What happens when a king gives up his crown before he is ready to give up his power? Set in ancient pre-Christian Britain, King Lear gives away his kingdom to the daughters who flatter him most, setting off a chain of betrayal and heartbreak that destroys his family and leads to his downfall. King Lear decides to divide his kingdom among his three daughters, Goneril, Regan, and Cordelia, based on who can express their love for him most convincingly. Goneril and Regan flatter him with false praise, while Cordelia, honest and reserved, refuses to exaggerate. Lear disowns Cordelia and splits the kingdom between the other two. Cordelia marries the King of France, who values her integrity, while Lear begins to live alternately with Goneril and Regan. However, both daughters quickly show their true colors, treating Lear with contempt and stripping him of his retinue and dignity. Lear descends into madness, wandering in a storm on the heath accompanied by his fool, and later joined by Edgar, disguised as poor Tom, who is fleeing his own family tragedy. In a parallel subplot, the nobleman Gloucester is deceived by his illegitimate son Edmund, who manipulates him into believing that his legitimate son Edgar is plotting against him. Gloucester is eventually blinded by Regan and her husband Cornwall for aiding Lear. Edgar, still in disguise, helps his father Gloucester, who now regrets his past decisions. Their journey mirrors Lear's descent and eventual partial redemption. Cordelia returns to Britain with a French army to rescue her father. Lear and Cordelia reconcile in a deeply emotional reunion, but their victory is short-lived. Edmund continues his treachery, manipulating both Goneril and Regan, who become rivals for his affection. This leads to poisoning and suicide. Regan is poisoned by Goneril, who then kills herself when her plans unravel. Edgar defeats Edmund in a duel, revealing his true identity and exposing Edmund's crimes. Edmund, mortally wounded, attempts to reverse his orders to execute Lear and Cordelia, but it's too late. Cordelia is hanged, and Lear dies from grief shortly after holding her dead body in his arms. The play ends in tragedy. Lear, Cordelia, Gloucester, Regan, Goneril, and Edmund are all dead. Edgar and Kent, King Lear's former advisor, are left to restore order, though Kent hints he may not live much longer.